The office was too quiet. Not the usual hum of keyboards and soft chatter. Just silence, heavy and unnatural. Zariah stepped inside, her heels clicking against the polished floor. Desks sat half empty, some cleared out completely. The layoffs were moving fast, too fast. She glanced toward Kang's office. Blinds shut. No sign of movement. Min-jae wasn't at his desk either. Her phone buzzed. A new message. Don't ask questions today. Just watch. Her heart skipped a beat. She looked around. Who was watching her? And why would Min-jae warn her again? She tucked the phone away and sat down, forcing herself to look busy. But her eyes kept drifting, toward Kang's office, toward the security guards near the elevator, toward the nervous faces of the employees who were left. Something was happening. And it wasn't just downsizing. Team leads meeting in the main conference room, a voice announced over the intercom. Zariah frowned. There were barely enough team leads left for a proper meeting. She stood, grabbing her notepad, when a hand brushed her arm. Don't go, Min-jae muttered, appearing out of nowhere. She blinked. What? Why? He didn't answer. Just glanced at the glass-walled conference room, where Kang was already standing at the head of the table. Zariah pulled away. I have to. It's my job. Min-jae sighed, stepping back. Then don't speak. Just listen. Inside the conference room, the air felt tight. Kang stood tall, his suit crisp, his face unreadable. Effective immediately, he began, voice cold and sharp, several departments will be restructured. This is not personal. It's necessary for the company's future. Zariah's stomach turned. The future? What kind of future was built on fear and secrecy? Names flashed on the screen behind him. Red for terminated. Yellow for reassigned. Green for safe. Her name wasn't on the list. Neither was Min-jae's. Her hand tightened around her pen. One of the team leads spoke up. Sir, this is the third wave of layoffs. We've already lost half our staff. How are we supposed to manage? Kang cut him off with a look. The people leaving, Kang said slowly, are not the ones building this company. They're the ones tearing it down. Zariah's breath caught. Tearing it down? How? Kang's gaze swept the room. If you're still here, it's because you've proven useful. Don't forget that. The message was clear. Stay in line. Or you're next. The room emptied in silence. No one spoke. No one dared. Zariah hurried back to her desk, heart pounding. She opened her laptop and typed quietly. Why is Hanjin Global laying off employees so aggressively? Her browser froze. Then the screen blinked. Access denied. Her mouth went dry. Someone was controlling what she could search. Don't do that here. Min-jae's voice made her jump. He leaned over her desk, pretending to look at a report. Go home. I'll explain later. Zariah stared at him. No, she whispered. I'm done waiting for answers. Min-jae sighed, rubbing his face. You really don't know what you're getting into, he muttered. Fine. Meet me after work. Rooftop. 9 p.m. If you're late, I'm gone. The sky was deep purple by the time Zariah pushed open the rooftop door. Cold wind whipped through her hair. Min-jae stood near the edge, hands in his pockets, eyes on the city lights below. You're late, he said without turning around. Traffic, she muttered. Talk. He faced her, eyes dark and serious. Kang isn't laying off people because of budget cuts, Min-jae said. He's clearing out threats. Zariah frowned. Threats? They're employees, not criminals. Mean Jay stepped closer. Some of them are spies. Others, just liabilities. Her breath caught. That's insane. Is it? He challenged. Do you know how many companies collapse because of sabotage from the inside? She stared at him. This company is more than you think, Zariah, Mean Jay continued. And if you keep digging, you'll end up like Haun. That name. Again. Zariah took a shaky breath. Then tell me what happened to her. Mean Jay hesitated. She asked the wrong questions. Got too close to the truth. Kong gave her a choice. She chose wrong. Zariah's skin prickled. And what about me? She whispered. Have I already crossed the line? Mean Jay's jaw tightened. Not yet, he said. But you're standing on it. The next morning, Zariah made a choice. If Kong was hiding something, she needed proof. While others filed into the office, she slipped into the records room. Mean Jay was right, asking questions wasn't enough. She needed documents, emails, something solid. Her heart pounded as she scrolled through files on a locked computer. Most were encrypted. But one folder stood out. Project Phoenix. She clicked. Names. Dates. Photos of executives and employees, some crossed out in red. Others highlighted in yellow. Her name was there. Unmarked. Zariah froze. You shouldn't be here. She spun around. Mean Jay. But his face wasn't angry. It was tired. Why are you helping me? She demanded. Because, he said quietly, I know what it feels like to be in the dark. And if you keep pushing, you'll end up in a place you can't escape from. He stepped aside, giving her a clear path to the door. Go home, Zariah. Pretend you saw nothing. She didn't move. Or? Mean Jay's eyes darkened. Or you'll find out why Kong doesn't give second chances. To be continued.